Hi, awesomes! In this vlog, it is do's and don'ts of puppy care, so stay tuned. I am going to start off by doing a few do's and a few don'ts. Then I'll do another set. So they're going to be probably 3 or 4 sets of do's and don'ts of what to do with a puppy. The first do is have a routine with the dog. Routine, so you know when to take the dog out, to look up how often you would need to do that with puppy to certain age to 1 hour, then from a certain age every 2 hours, and so on. So find that out. Work out when you're going to go out and try and go out the same time every day and for the same amount of time so the dog gets used to that. Get a routine for when you're going to bed at night, feeding, and when you're going to take it out for getting used to the environment. So I would suggest you can either carry the dog, or like me, I have a pram that I use for my rabbit. I'm using that. And that's a really good thing to have, because then the dog can come out with me and my other dog. Don't go far though, just go out for like 5-10 minutes, not even that. Just a quick walk, just a dog get used to seeing people, hearing cars. If you live in the countryside outside, get used to hearing sheep, cows, and other stuff, because that would help when you get old enough to meet other dogs. Don't be too hard on the puppy, because it's learning. They'll have boundaries and stuff. Do have boundaries, but don't be too hard on the puppy. Once they get a bit older and it's toilet trained and all of that, then you can get a bit more forceful with your thing. But don't hit the dog, don't abuse the dog, don't do what some people do. The way you could, like say, don't do that by putting the puppy away for like 2 minutes, then bring it out again. Do let the puppy nap. Whenever the puppy wants to nap, let him or her. Do let the puppy whine at night, because it's their way of saying, I don't feel safe, but need to get used to that is a safe place, and they'll learn. Do take the dog out at night, because they haven't learned or got the control to hold in all night. So every few hours, less often than in the daytime, to take the dog out. Do feed the dog, then take the dog out, because that's what we do, because the puppy I've got had to go to the toilet straight after eating. And if you don't want to go out every hour, go out as often as you can, so almost every hour. And you'll learn how often the dog needs to go to the toilet. One minute. Sorry, that's why was annoying me. Got it. Be back in a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. This ball was just annoying me, but I sorted it. If you have another dog, do let the dog work out what's right and wrong for each dog. Don't let them sleep together, because they're not it is not going to work. Like with Alice, sleeps with me, and the puppy sleeps in his bed. Let them share toys, because then they can learn how to play with each other, how to share, know what type of growl and body language and stuff like that means what. But that's really good for when they do go be able to meet other dogs. So when they have had all their vaccines and they get to meet dogs, they would have had a head start in working out what growl means what and what noise means what, and stuff. And that's what we're doing with him. Just letting they'll work it out. And that tires them out quicker. So you can relax a bit more. If you have a pet outside, like a rabbit and stuff, don't let them meet, but let them see each other. Because the thing I do is not let the dog into the run, because did you watch my other video, you'll know the rabbit got a run. The dog just melts the outside of it, but doesn't go in. Because then it's up to the rabbit if the rabbit wants to say hi, or it's up to the dog if it wants to say hi. The rabbit doesn't normally want to say hi. The rabbit just stays the other side of the run, and the dog just stays this side. But there's only a small bit that the dog can get to, and it's perfect. The rabbit doesn't care. The dog doesn't care. So that is one way to do it. If you have a cat and other pets in the house, keep them separate. Other than dogs, keep them separate, because dogs and cats don't usually get on. Wait till they're a little older, then introduce them slowly and do research on all that, because I don't know how to do that, but I don't have a cat. So if you have a rabbit, keep the rabbit in a different room and the dog in a different room, just until they can get used to each other. I'm trying to think. Don't let them meet other dogs other than your dog until they have their vaccines, just in case anything happens, because they might get ill and stuff because they haven't had their vaccines. So wait till then. Do get their vaccine. Do get them signed up to a vet or registered as soon as possible. If you're going to swap food, do it slowly by doing half and half. So now we're going to try and put more of the new food than the old, so it gets to a point where it's just the new food and not the old. Then you're going to swap again, do half and half, then the same thing again, until you know which one you're going to use. But with Alex, it doesn't really matter. But with some dogs, changing food can be really bad. Get them diarrhea and stuff. So do it slowly and keep doing it the same way every time you decide to swap. So when you're going to swap, always make sure you've got enough old food to last about a week, because that could take up to a week to swap the food. Then if you do run out, you have to just buy that food again. So I got this one annoying her. Got it. So yeah, then once you swap the food, it's fine. Make sure they have access to water. That's a common sense one. If you go like a baby, try not to let the dog get to the baby, because until you know how they're going to react. Yeah, if you're the type of person that likes to play with robot toys like robot control cars, radio control cars and stuff like that, bring them in and just not play with them. Just leave them in the room and stay in the room with them. Never leave the dog alone. Let the dog sniff them for a while, then slowly turn them on. Start with turning the toys on, then slowly move the toys so that they're moving like a little bit at a time. And if the dog looks scared, turn them off, then come back to it the next day. And to train them to like leads and collars, triple the collar straight on. The dog will get used to it, because they would have to if you're going to take them for walks and stuff. And the lead bit, put the lead on, leave it on for a while. That's where the cut was. Stop that. Oh, you can see the scar that I ran into a trolley. When I was younger, I ran into a trolley, and that's the scar. With the lead bit, sorry, I keep going off with autism, but most of it is relevant. So when you do train the dog to go to a lead, put the lead on the dog and leave it on. If they look uncomfy, take it off, then leave it for the day. And do that for a while, just let them chew and stuff. Then after that, when they're getting up, almost old enough to go out for a walk, train them to walk around the house with it, and train them not to chew the lead, just walking around the house. Then when you've got that bit better, then and they're old enough and have their vaccines and all that, then you can take them out. So there's a few advice for now. I'll be back with a few more, but this video is going to be about 10 to 15 minutes long with do's and don'ts and advice. So stay tuned. Jeffrey and Toby are almost friends. The rabbit knows not to come close to there, knows it does every time. And Toby smells him, and rabbit goes away, comes back, comes away, comes back, like this. The rabbit doesn't care. The rabbit doesn't care about you, does he, Toby? Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Rabbit just doing his own thing. And Toby doing his own thing, trying to get him, but not gonna get him. Not gonna let him. Hello, Teffers. Teffers! Thank you for watching the do's and don'ts of dog care part 1. There'll be part 2 coming up in a day or two. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment any questions you have about puppy care down below. And if I see them before my next video, I'll add them in. Thanks. Bye.